Hey everybody, Hostrone here. It's another first edition Friday video. I'm sure from the thumbnail and video title you are aware that we're going to be playing Make a Difference again. But this time we have a fun little tech in the fact that we're going to do Fajo's Gallery as a card draw engine. So Make a Difference again basically says that you can play James T. Kirk or TNG movie era personnel. Once each turn is for free, and once each turn you get to draw a card from playing it. But you do not get to draw cards after you begin executing orders other than your normal card draw. So the only card draw that you can get outside of your end of turn draw is to find ways to generate card draws during your play. So obviously you want to go with like Kiva's Fajo Collector. That was a very... It's a very standard choice for this, and it basically, when Peter won with this deck, that was his go-to as well. Keep in mind, if you're going to look at Peter's deck, a lot of things have changed, right, in erratas and stuff in the 3 years since he played this deck, so, just be mindful of that, but... So you can only generate card draws during your play phase. So Kiva's Fajo, Life Simple Pleasures, which we have in the deck for both card draw and for downloading females. That's one way to do it. And then of course you have Continuing Mission itself will draw you a card when you play an appropriate personnel. So you have like 2 card draws, one from Attentional Hands, one from MADA itself. You can generate 3 more with Kiva's Fajo Collector, but we're doing Black Hole, and we're doing Dr. Soon, and so we might as well put a Fajo's Gallery in and turn the free played Black Hole and the card played Dr. Soon to get our androids going. We might as well turn those into card draws too, right? Right. Now, we're playing a Black Hole, that means we've got universal space. Well, we're doing 5 planets, and we're trying to just do Genesis Planet and then convert it to space, and then do a 2-mission win. Genesis Planet, any of our other planets, to examine singularities, closing those black holes, and then we've got mission specialists all over the place that we can pull mission specialists just for the 5 points that we need to cover the unstable matrix, right? Because we'll do... we can do, obviously, like, Diplomatic Conference, Access Archives, Insurrection are definitely, like, our best choices. Investigate Maquis Activity is worth 35, and then plus 5 if we do it first. So it's either we do that one first, or we're doing other stuff. But Diplomatic Conference and Insurrection are definitely going to pull the opponent's dead end. And then we'll attempt one or the other first to see if we find the dead end. And then if we don't, then it being anywhere else, it doesn't matter. You can't go to Genesis Planet and matter, right? So realistically speaking, we want to do Insurrection or Diplomatic Conference first, and then we go into Genesis Planet, and then we just win the game. That's kind of how we're trying to make this deck work, right? We have a few other like fun little things in the deck. We are putting a Finest Crew in the fleet in the deck. There are a few cards that they'll play for free, so we can always just... If we have an extra Q's tent, we can just grab it, play it, and then get those other cards into play for free as well. Reflection Therapy is really only coming out if we randomly get Suna, because he's like really our only treachery that we realistically have in the deck. But we are playing with the Smooth as an Android's bottom in order to make this 150 card monstrosity work. It helps us find our holodeck doors, Q's tents, black holes, etc. Kiva's Fajos and whatnot, helps them find it a little bit easier. So we can kind of keep the deck greased a little bit. And that's basically the deck. We've also got a fun little trick in here with Group Therapy that we can grab Federation civilians. That means we can grab Data and Picard. We can grab Lol. We can grab Baron as an early, like, guaranteed card. Basically a free play that turns himself back into a card draw. Right? And then we can also grab Guinan, and then she would then draw a card because she's also a Fajo Gallery card. So, but she's also a fun little tech if your opponent's playing with Q cards. If they're playing with a Q flash, Guinan's a really great protection. So she's worth putting in. And that's basically the deck. So we'll go in and like play a game here and see, kind of see how things work. All right, so we're over in Lackey. We are playing against last week's Cybok deck, just for simplicity. We've put dilemmas out, and of course just the nature of this deck means that it goes down the line, so we're just kind of down the line as well. So we're in a good spot here. We've seeded our outpost at Diplomatic Conference, so we have easy access to Diplomatic Conference right away because it came within range of Genesis Planet. Alright, now let's go ahead and shuffle the deck and see how this goes. Okay, no Q's 10. Plenty of free plays and draw cards. So I think we'll be okay. Let's just start with the Smooth as an Android's bottom, though, to see where we're at. That's fantastic. Okay, so that means then that we're going to do that. We're going to do it like this. We're going to play Mark Tobiaston for free and draw 2. Then we can free play Universal. Let's see here. Has to be doing matching outpost. Universal dude is Christopher Hobson. And then our card play. Wait. Then our card play is. Let's just play. Yeah. Let's just play Suna as the card play then. And not the Kivas Fajo Collector. And then we're going. Well, we could. No, wait, maybe we should. Maybe we should Kivas Fajo Collector. Let's Kivas Fajo Collector. And let's just immediately turn those into the downloads of Data Picard and Baron and Law. And now that we've set up our hand, now we can just Q-Stant and grab Dr. Soon. And then we'll go back into the deck. I just remembered we need to pull out the space-time portal during our execute orders phase. We have 2 command stars on the outpost, so we can go ahead and go to the top. And we'll grab Riker. And Riker is going to get us Enterprise, Wall of Ships, Enterprise. Just to thin the deck out a little bit. We'll have Christopher Hobson beam down, and he will attempt Diplomatic Conference. We have regular Q's 10, and we assume the opponent doesn't. If they don't show a ref tent or anything like that, we're safe to do this. So Christopher Hobson is going to just beam down and attempt. Okay, that's a bluff. And then, yeah, it's dead end. Cool. So we find the dead end immediately, which is great. And then we don't have an end of turn draw. So then we go to turn 2, and we just card play Dr. Soon, which draws us a card, which is awesome. We can free play Gates and draw a card. We can free play James T. Kirk and draw a card. And then we have an android we can play for free in Data and Picard. No! Let's do Juliana Tainer as an android. and she stops, because we're not going to go anywhere this turn. So now's the time to play Juliana Tainer for free. And yeah, we have plenty of card draw and downloading ability over here. We've got all this. The only thing we're not finding is we're not finding another Q's tent. Put that in the wrong spot. We're not finding another Q's tent or Paler Toff yet. So end of turn, we will just draw a card. Meh. And that was end of turn. Well, we could have like gone somewhere and done something, but we know that we're just building up and going to Genesis Planet now. Alright, so turn 3. It's Data and Picard for free. It's Mayru for free, and he's actually going to draw us to 2 cards. Awesome. And then it's Baron for free. We can play a black hole now and draw a card. We can play Smooth as an Android's Bottom right now. Meh. They are removed. Pavel Chekhov would have been nice to have earlier, but what do you do? So now that we know that the dead end is here, and it's a 2-card combo behind it, we can pretty much assume then that the Genesis Planet either has some kind of like nasty planet combo, which is either going to be like something Denovan or it's going to be Jolly Chew something. So we basically have to be prepared for like all of those things, including like Med Drain with, and especially probably Med Drain with Medical Crisis, and we have no medicals, but we do have Pavel Chekhov here. So we can get medicals on the next turn. We can card play Suna if we wanted to. Who was our card play that turn? Who even was our card play that turn? Did we miss a card play? Oh yeah, we missed a card play. So we could have played Suna. Yeah. Because we went free play, free play, free play, free play, free play, free play, yeah, and we never had a card play. Yeah, we never had a card play, so, yeah, card play would have been Suna. That gets us 1 medical and just another universal with security to go to download Reflection Therapy if we need it. We're not getting any Soon-type androids or anything like that, but do we have astrophysics right now? Yeah, Data has it, of course. And obviously we have science. So we're going to just get on board the Future Enterprise with our 1, 2... with our 1, 2, 3 AUs and then our command star. We're going to fly to here. We're going to collapse this black hole and score 15. And have it just shoot us right back here to Diplomatic Conference. And again, we still have an end of turn draw, so we'll take that end of turn draw. That's pretty good. That's really good. Okay, next turn. So it was turn 1, that was turn 3, I think. So we'll go turn 4. Pavel Chekhov for free and draws us 2. Voight for free. And then Lol's going to come down for free right now. And she's going to pull Exobiology. And Biology. She's going to pull Bio and Exo. Okay. And then we can take the regular Enterprise over to here. Now let's protect against all the things we can try to protect against. I don't have any transporter skill. And we're leaving Dr. Soon behind, by the way. We are for sure leaving Dr. Soon behind. Okay, so we cannot beat, we don't have transporter skill, so we cannot beat Jolly Chew. Okay? So it seems like there's no point even like leaving anybody on the ship then. Denovan wrecks the absolute hell out of us. So we don't really want to necessarily send everyone. So who do we want to protect? So let's protect Mission Specialist number 1, Mission Specialist number 2 for sure. Let's protect the geology if we can. Between the two of them, I think we'll protect Voight. Also has a staff star. And then let's protect Suna in case we need to get reflection therapy out. And then he could just reflection therapy like Voight's physics away if we need to. That gives us 11 on the planet. If it's some kind of defend homeworld nonsense, well, it's actually 12 since we have Data and Picard here. So let's protect. Let's protect this other mission. Well, I don't really need to protect him. Security, transporter skill, and training. Security, well, here's the thing. We could just change like her leadership or something like that to transporter skill. We could just do that now. That would be interesting. And then we could actually like split this up a little bit. Because that's if we do that. Hold on. If we just do that, and then the computer, so we could just change his computer skill to transporter skill, and then we would have staffing on the ship, Anthro on the away team. We would solve with one mission specialist, possibly. And we would have geo, security, treachery, transporter skill here, and we would just need cunning greater than 42. So 6, 13, 20, 27, 27 plus, gosh, I can't even read that. 27, that's 47 right there. This would allow me to just like punch through anything and potentially solve. Potentially. as far as the team that goes in, gains medical, has bio. Here's the thing, though. I just. Heck with it. Let's do it. Let's change it to transporter skill. That way we can protect against Jolly Chew. And the only thing we really can't handle. Yeah, there's a few things we cannot handle right now, but at least we'd only lose 5 people here. And like 2 of them are androids, so we could always get lucky. Alright, we'll beam down an attempt. Oh, okay. Oh boy. Alright, has to select a human. He's gonna kill Pavel Chekhov. Pavel's gonna die, and then, but we still have Exo. So then we'll just immediately cure that. Oh wow, cool. We actually have it. We beat the Jolly Chew, because we have the anthropology here, and we have the transporter skill. Well, here's the thing. They would have probably killed... No, then they would not have killed... They would have killed Christopher Hobson is what they would have done. That's what they would have done. They would have killed Christopher Hobson. Because he's human. Yeah. They'll kill Christopher Hobson instead, and then when we fail, they're going to kill Pavel Chekhov. And... then anybody else who could potentially like be a problem. Then they'll just kill Christopher Hobson. Or they'll kill Dr. Christopher. Well, Dr. Christopher is... Yeah, he's in the UA team. Okay. So they're going to kill these guys, and then we bounce off of it. But this is cured. And we bounce off of it. So we're confident now that that is a medical crisis. We have a biology, but we don't have... And we only have the 1 medical here. These are... thing is, we need biology. Okay. So I know how we do this, but it depends on what we draw for how long this is going to take to beat it. Because we need to have transporter skill on the staff ship, and we don't have that at all. Well, we called it. There's our transporter skill. We called it, but it doesn't help us. So end of turn, we'll just take a draw. Unhelpful. So she has bio and exo right now. And we need another biology. And then a nurse or whatever. We have Alyssa Ogawa in the deck, but we don't have a Paler Toff for the for this yet. Okay. So we'll go to turn 5, and we're just gonna key this to start with here. There it is. Let's go smooth as an android. Well, no, let's not. there's... Yeah, let's do the smooth. I need to know what's happening here. That's super helpful. That allows us to black hole again immediately and draw. Oh, perfect. So we're going to Q's tent and get finest crew in the fleet. And we're going to holodeck door. No, wait. We would holodeck door first so that we can draw off of who we download. So yeah, we're going to get... We're going to grab Prodders. And we would draw off of her before we would... No, we'll get Commander Data. He's just as good. With his 8 cunning, he's just as good. So we would draw off of that, and then we would... Oh, we get Sam Lavelle, so we can... Well, we can free play him next turn, right? We can just free play him next turn. For the card draw, right? Because we just took the card draw from continuing mission, so yeah, we'll just hold on to him. And then we would Q's tent, grab the finest crew in the fleet, and then we can fly the Enterprise D back to here with everybody. And then on the opponent's turn, and then we end the turn, we don't draw. Opponent's turn, we go to the top to grab Cyrus red block. Just because we can. And then we have our next turn. We'll just play the finest crew in the fleet as the card play. That allows us to play Montgomery Scott for free with his transporter skill. Sam Lavelle plays for free and we draw a card. So we can at least get by the Jolly Chew now that we have the transporter skill. And then on the following turn we can like do the whole Paler Toff thing to go grab more biology medical type stuffs. So we're going to do this now then, is we're just going to have the Future Enterprise fly over. We're going to collapse this other black hole. For another 15 points. And that just sends us back to, we'll have it just send us back here to Diplomatic Conference for right now. We've already hidden fightered, right? No, we haven't. No. We'll hidden fighter. We'll get it. We'll just have it take off. Sam Lavelle can get us the lower decks. Not that it's super helpful, but it might be. And then, end of turn, we draw... Oh, sorry. We needed to discard that on the previous turn because we need to Paler Toff it now on this turn. And then we put it into our hand. Then our next turn, we'll just play the... Assigned Mission Specialists. And we'll grab Alyssa Ogawa. I mean, do we just grab Dr. LaForge out of our hand? I don't think we need Darian Wallace, but we might. I don't know that we need Serna Kohlrami. Let's grab Serna Kohlrami just because he doesn't play for free in any other way. Okay, Lesogawa hitting the table draws us a card. We can play Anhaika for free. We can play Wesley Crusher for free as a finest crew. And that gives us more or less everything we need. Let's reprogram Lal. She's going to grab medical and biology. Yep. So then that gives me, two medicals, and then yeah, the only way I get past it is if they select Suna. But it's okay because we have a way of dealing with this on the next turn if we don't get lucky. So we're gonna fly the future. We're gonna fly the future Enterprise to here, and then we're just gonna beam down an attempt in such a way that we obviously pass everything. So there's Command Star Transporter skill, AU1, AU number 2. And I suppose AU number 3. We beat that. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so the leftmost of my medical people. Yep. Hits Lal. And then we only have one bio, and we need 2 biology and 2 medical or a nurse. We have essentially 2 medical, but we don't have 2 biology. Okay. We have more dudes than chicks here, I think, right? They're all here. Yeah, we have more dudes than chicks up on the ship. That was the whole point. Yep. Okay, and then end of turn, we'll just draw a card. And then we're going to hopefully win all on the next turn. Because on turn 6 or turn 7 here, we just go Life Simple Pleasures. And we get Beverly and Will. Will has 3 icons and no special icons, so he draws us a card. Not that it really matters. Let's grab Dixon Hill. And then now we beat this no matter what, because, yeah, we beat it. Someone who has medical is going to have to just stay behind. So stopped, and then we pass it, and then we solve with biology and obviously science and geology, and then we need exobiology, and then we have Kirk solving for 5 points as well. She has exobiology, obviously. So yeah, we solve the mission for 35 plus 10. So plus 10, 20, 35. We're at 75. So we can do any mission that we want. We don't have to do diplomatic conference. Any mission that we do is going to be perfectly fine. So let's just go to insurrection. It only has 3 dilemmas underneath it. And if Dead End is here and the heavy medical combo is here and the Jolly Chew was right there, I think we're fine. So we're just going to beam down everybody except for obviously our hologram. Well, and we need 2 leadership and diplomacy. Leadership. Actually, 2 leadership and diplomacy. And strength. Even if like half these people die to like a Denovan, it doesn't matter. Because the other half are going to be able to solve on the next turn anyway. So let's just go ahead, beam down, and attempt with all these people and not give 2 craps about it. Alright, so 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. We need greater than 80. 6, 12, 19, 39, 46, 53, 62, 78, and a whole bunch more. Horda, okay. Now never kills one of that personnel's people. Kills her. I don't have 2 mind meld, don't care. Spatial Rift. I think this was supposed to be a different combo here. Hold on. Let's just look at these other combos. I think that's a mess up. It was supposed to be Denovan. No. No, that's exactly what it is. Okay. Yep, that seems correct then. Okay. I thought this was going to be like a Denovan into it. Nope, so then it's just Spatial Rift. 7 and 8 is 15, plus the lower dex takes them over 15. Doesn't matter anyway. Astro 2 Engineer. Astro double engineer on Scotty Doo. So then we just pass by that, and then we just literally solve for the win. 2 leadership, diplomacy, scores 5 points, doesn't matter anyway. And then we can just lose 5 here. So we score 35, and yeah, so we score 35 plus 10. So plus 35 plus 10 is 120, and then we just convert. Beverly and Will die like little punks when we convert this to space, and we win the game. So yeah, there you go. Now, even if that had been a Denovan, I'm pretty sure we probably still win. Let's assume it's a Denovan instead, and let's just take a Denovan smash here and see what happens. So, yeah. It's 18 people. Well, no, wait. These 2 are involved. So we're going to lose 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't, so she goes there. So these people continue. Shuffle again for the Spatial Rift. And it's 14 plus whatever, so they pass it. Astro and 2 Engineer. Astrophysics, Engineer, Engineer. And then we still solve. We still solve it, so it didn't matter. Strength greater than 50. 7, 13, 23, 35, 39, 43, 53, and that's without bonuses. So even if it had been a Denovan there, we just smashed through it and solved. So there you go. So that's Fajo's Gallery MADA. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. May the profits be with you.